Hey viewers, hope you're all doing well. We're doing great too. Today we'll be installing Portainer on a Synology NAS server. I'll walk you through, step by step, exactly how to install containers on your personal network storage server so you can follow along easily. Right now you can see on our screen that Portainer is already installed, but we'll start from the very beginning and show every task you need to perform in a clear and simple way so you can install it on your own server without any trouble. First, open Google and search for Portainer. Click the first search result you see. It will take you to Portainer's official website. From there click Resources, I'll mark it on screen, then select Documentation, also marked. Follow the highlighted spots I show to open the documentation. Once we enter the documentation, you'll find an option called Install Portainer CE. Click on that. Then select Install Portainer CE with Docker on Linux. I've marked this section for you. On the right side, scroll down and you'll see a highlighted command under Download and Install Portainer Server Container. Keep this page open as it is. Now open a new browser tab and go to Composerize.com. After the site loads, return to the previous tab, copy the installation command you found for Portainer, and paste it into the designated box on Composerize. I will highlight the exact area on screen. After pasting, you'll instantly get a dockercompose.yml file generated for you. With this ready, let's move on to the next step inside our Synology NAS server. Next, go to the Package Center inside your Synology server. Here you'll find an application called Container Manager. Install this application. As you can see, I've already initiated the installation process. The installation time depends on your internet connection. Normally, it should install fairly quickly because the application is small in size. However, if your connection is slow, it may take a bit longer. In that case, simply wait patiently until the installation is fully complete. From the Package Center, we will install one more application, Text Editor. This will help us edit our dockercompose.yml file later on. From the desktop, open Container Manager. Inside Container Manager, click on Projects. Then select the Create button. Now we will create a new project and name this project Portainer. Keep this window as it is. And now open the File Station application from your desktop. Inside File Station, you'll see a directory named Docker. Click on it. Now create a new folder inside the Docker directory and name it Portainer. Open the Portainer folder you just created. Inside it, create one more folder with the name Portainer_data, exactly as I'm showing you. Try to follow the steps exactly the same way for a smooth setup. Now let's return to the project window we created earlier. Here, click on the option called Set Path, as shown on the screen. From this menu, locate and select the folder we just created, the Portainer folder inside the Docker directory. This will link your project to the correct directory so that Portainer can store all its files properly. Next, you'll see an option called Source. Click the drop-down there, and select Create dockercompose.yml. Copy the dockercompose.yml code we previously generated from the website and paste it into this editor. At the very top, you'll see a line starting with name. Delete that entire line using backspace. Then scroll to the very bottom, where you'll see 4 extra lines. Delete those 4 lines as well. As you can see on my screen, I've added a dot and a // on line 11. In the same way, add a on line 11 in your file. Once everything matches exactly, click the Next button at the bottom to proceed. The next option is for port selection. Here, we'll keep the default port type and won't change anything. Simply click Next to proceed to the next step. In the next window, you'll see a preview of all your settings. Scroll all the way down, and you'll find a checkbox labeled Start the project once it's created. Make sure it's checked. At the top, you can review your project preview. Once everything looks good, click Deploy, or right-click to start, and the deployment process will begin. You can see that the deployment process has started. The installation time will depend on your internet speed and PC configuration, so you'll need to be patient and wait for it to complete. Once it's finished, you'll see a Close button in the corner. Click on it to close the window. You'll see a project named Portainer. Click on this project to open it. You'll notice the port number. I've marked it on the screen. On the right side, under the Health option, you'll see the IP address of your NAS server. Using this port number along with your NAS server's IP address, we can now log in to the newly installed Portainer application. Basically, combine your NAS server's IP with the port number to access the Portainer interface in your browser. Here, make sure to use the HTTPS option. Next, you'll see a button labeled Advanced. Click on it to access the next set of options. At the bottom, you'll see a Proceed to IP address link. Click on this link to enter the main interface of the Portainer application. As you can see, we've now entered the freshly installed Portainer application. The first thing it asks us to do is set a username and password. So let's go ahead and create a username and password to secure our Portainer account. You can see that we have logged into the Portainer user interface. Two options appear on the screen: Get Started and Add Environment. If you have used Portainer before, you might already be familiar with many of its features and have an idea of how to get started. We will click on Get Started. Here, there is an option labeled Local, and next to it is Live Connect. We will select Live Connect. Then we can rename our system and enter the IP address we are using. You can also see the status showing the running Portainer system. The dashboard displays information about how many containers are running, the network status, and other details, all through the status panel. Portainer also includes a large application store with many applications. You can connect some custom applications if you want. If we go to Templates Applications, you'll see a variety of applications available. From here, we will install an application called File Manager. To install the file browser, double-click on it. You'll see some installation options. Here, select the name you want this application to use on your system. Next, choose the network settings to determine how it will run. From the Action menu, select Deploy. After a short moment, you'll see that the application is running successfully. Open the newly installed application and check which port number it is using. Scroll down a little, and you'll find the port number. We will use this port to access the application. For example, we installed an application called File Browser. Open this application and test whether it works correctly. At first, you'll see a login screen. Use the default credentials: username, admin, password, admin. As you can see, we have successfully logged into the application. Inside, we created a folder called Test and uploaded a file from our system to check if the upload works properly. I'm happy to say that the installation was successful. On the right side, a status icon shows the speed and a notification confirms that the file is being uploaded. After a short while, the file appears inside the File Browser application, and a shareable link is provided. This way, you can easily install Portainer and set up all the necessary applications inside your NAS server. For future videos, we can create a dedicated tutorial showing more details about using other applications remotely and how to manage them effectively.